Now we start with the U.S. comments on Sudan. U.S. President Donald Trump's Africa envoy, Masad Boulos, has called the war in Sudan the world's biggest humanitarian crisis, adding that he hopes to see diplomatic progress towards peace. Since its outbreak in April 2023, the war between Sudan's army and the paramilitary Rapid Support Forces has killed tens of thousands of people and displaced nearly 12 million people. Last month, the paramilitary group seized control of Al-Fasher, marking an end to the 18-month siege for the strategic hub in western Sudan's Darfur region. Let's in fact listen into what the envoy has shared.
The conflict in Sudan, the humanitarian side of this conflict is the world's biggest humanitarian crisis today, and the world's biggest humanitarian catastrophe. Especially what happened in Al-Fasher in the last 2 or 3 weeks. We've all seen those videos, we've seen those reports. Those atrocities are absolutely unacceptable. This must stop very quickly, I think. But it's being discussed and it's being negotiated. So we urge the parties, and we've been urging them for the last few days, including Secretary Rubio in his statement 2 or 3 days ago. We're urging them to accept this proposal and implement it immediately.
Now for this discussion, we welcome Ayanuga Olugbengapol. He's a public affairs analyst, joins us live from Lagos, Nigeria. Thank you very much, Ayanuga, for joining us again. Good to see you. Now looking at this, how should a U.S. balance diplomatic engagement and humanitarian assistance in Sudan? Is U.S. currently providing any assistance in between the mediation or effort between the army and the RSF?
Well, beyond the statement made yesterday by U.S. envoy in Qatar, Mr. Boulos, I've not heard or seen any concrete effort by the U.S. Right now. But the fact that they are talking about it right now means that they have paid attention. All the cries by various organizations around the world are getting to them, and they are hopefully going to do something concrete right now. And the fact that they are talking about it also means that the warring factions in Sudan are also going to be paying attention, because I'm sure that none of the two sides will want any intervention from the U.S. beyond negotiation. They won't want a situation where U.S. boots will be forced on the ground or in a multinational rescue effort to help stop the atrocities going on there. So with that, I hope that they will be more than willing to sit at a negotiation table and talk, and hopefully that will yield results. And the 3-month humanitarian peace deal that is being proposed will be maybe the first step towards a longer-term seizure of hostilities in that region.
And building on that, what do you think, what political strategies could maybe other countries, including U.S., adopt to encourage a sustainable ceasefire and prevent further atrocities in Darfur and Sudan?
Well, I think all cards must be put on the table, including blockade of the sales of arms and ammunition to these warring parties, and also the issue of, if need be, balkanization of the country, so that only people who want to stay together, like I've always reiterated, will be allowed to stay together. If there is a referendum and a certain part of Sudan wants to go their separate way for whatever reason, I think that should also be a card that will be put on the table, and also the provision of resources, efforts to raise resources for the UN food program and other agencies that are carrying out humanitarian aid in those areas, because one of the points that have been highlighted in the past few weeks from the UN is the fact that one, they wanted the humanitarian corridors open, and also that they are running acutely low on resources, that even when the humanitarian corridors are opened, they will need resources to be able to meet the humanitarian needs of the people who are trapped in the war. So part of the things that I want.
Right. We seem to have lost our guest's connection over here, but I'd like to thank Ayanaga Olukbengapol for joining us today and sharing